So anyway, have a seat right here. Let's take a look at your back. Scoot back towards me a little. Okay, so I'm gonna use a tool to see if there's inflammation of that area. Okay, so you see how it registers there? So it kind of goes, it's between 0 and 5, and then at the bottom, see how it goes way to like the 10. So I'm just going to push on ligaments first. Is there tenderness right there?
A little bit.
A little bit. Any tenderness right there?
Yeah,
Yes.
less.
Less so than the other
Less
one.
so than the other.
And then just for comparison, now this one feels normal to me, squishy, but is
Yeah.
it tender?
No.
No,
Not really.
okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check to see how they're moving. So I'm gonna just have you bend to the right. So what I'm doing is I'm seeing how well the spine actually moves to the right, and then I'm gonna check it compared to the left. And it's restricting a little going to the left. Cross your arms over your shoulders for me. Give yourself like a hug. There you go. And then rotate to the right. And then rotate to the left. So I don't know if you can feel this.
Feels tight on the left.
It feels tight on the left,
Yeah.
exactly. So the needle goes off to the right, it's tighter on the left, it won't bend and rotate to the left. So
Yeah.
what that means to me is this is more of a chronic condition that
Yeah.
you're dealing with, as opposed to like, let's say, a new condition where you just injured it yesterday.
Okay.
Because if you just injured it yesterday, the needle that I was just measuring would go to the left,
Okay.
typically. So you can put your arms down. So let me check the other things here. So I'm gonna check your middle back. So as I'm running up your spine, I notice it gets a little tight starting here. I'm gonna compare it to the other side. Okay, let me check the neck now. Tender?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On the
So it's tender on
right.
this side,
Yeah.
tender on the right side. Okay, so I'm gonna work on the muscle first here,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna do some adjustments, and then I wanna double check how you're doing the exercises.
Okay.
Because it's very common for people, I show them the exercise, and you know what they do?
Do it wrong.
They totally do them wrong. Absolutely wrong. So I'll fix it for you, and then you'll do it right. And then next time you come in, we'll check you again. And of course, you're gonna do it wrong next time,
Yeah.
but less so. And then what'll happen is after a couple times, you'll get it perfect, and you'll be able to do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my thumb on the muscle here. I'm gonna just have you tilt your head forward and then rotate to the right. So I'm just doing an active myofascial release here on that. That's the fancy word for the video that says I'm gonna help your muscles
Right.
work better. Turn. Okay. So actually, you want to say something nice on the video? What have you noticed since you've been coming here?
Feels a lot better.
Feels a lot better.
Yeah.
So
Than it was.
you want to tell people what you do for fun, because people from all over the world watch this. They may not even know the sport that you're doing.
I skimboard for fun,
Which means what to people who don't know what skimboarding is?
which is essentially running from the sand into a wave that breaks on the shore. And it's basically a small surfboard without fins, and it's equivalent to like snowboarding or skateboarding.
So it's like
Yeah.
so essentially, you're surfing, but you're on the sand going directly into the wave as the wave is trying to smash you into the
Into the
sand.
sand, yeah.
Okay. And it's
Which
like
brings you here.
which is what brings you here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have to do things that are fun, otherwise what's
Yeah.
life worth living for, right?
Exactly.
But if you for the people in YouTube land, if you want to see what this is, Google it or YouTube it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is a crazy sport. It's wild to see. And if you're good at it, it looks awesome. How do you get good at it? By being bad at it for years,
Yeah.
right? And really
By
hurting yourself.
Starting as a kid
Yeah.
and causing all the traumas.
Actually, come to think of it, how long have you been doing it?
I think 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah. So I started at 10.
10 years old, man.
Yeah.
I did it for a number of years and then I stopped, and then I think I told you this, I used to have one in the old days, but then someone gave me one and I went, this is about 10 years ago, I went to the beach to try it out and I thought I was going to be as good as I was when I was a kid, and I came home and I think I dislocated about 8 out of the 10 toes. I was bleeding from various parts of my body, and my wife said, "You shouldn't do that, you know, you're not young anymore." I said, "Yes, I am." It was a blast though. It was a lot harder when I tried it if I stopped doing it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
You can't stop.
You can't stop, you just have to continue.
Yeah.
Otherwise you lose the skill.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to use the arthrostim to do an adjustment here, here, and down at L5, okay? So lean your head back a little bit. So what I'm doing, just following along with the path of the facet joints, this is just like doing a normal adjustment, like a normal Gonstead adjustment. However, I'm actually having him move his neck while I'm doing it, which is an advantage. And by this thing stimulating the joint, it'll open up the facet joints and allow the joints to move better, essentially achieving the same results we would with a normal adjustment. This is just a lot more gentle. Take your arm, put it right here. Okay, so now lie down on your stomach. Okay, so I'm going to adjust the L5. For a second. I just want to see if there's any. All right, so let's see here. So you see how the needle's different? So that means we had a positive effect on this. Let's see how it moves now. So see if you can tell a difference. Let's rotate to the left. Rotate to the right. Does it feel any looser?
Yeah, it felt looser to the left.
Looser to the left,
Yeah.
which is good. Let me see how it bends. That's much better.